And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're going to be taking a look at some expansion packs for Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea, which, as by now, you know I really like that game. These are the Mercenary Packs. There's two of them, Expansion Pack 1 with the 4, and Expansion Pack 2 with 2 monsters in it. I actually don't know if there's more than this. I haven't really looked it up, but these are the 2 that I have. These are going to give you some, each person in Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea has their 3 heroes. This essentially lets you get a 4th hero. Maybe not as specific to your faction, but a mercenary, like I said. Here's how you use them. So as I said, there's 2 expansion packs for Mercenaries. Both of them, this one comes with 4 and this one comes with 2. They both use the same rules, and essentially I think that's just the fact that the 2 that come in here are bigger, cooler looking ones as opposed to the other 4. I mean, I guess if you're going to get one, you'd get the one with 4 in it. But let's take a look at these Mercenaries a little closer. So the miniatures are all pretty cool looking. They're gray so that you know that they're Mercenaries. And when you play with Mercenaries, you have a bunch of cards, and you're going to shuffle these cards and draw cards equal to the number of players, 3 in a 2-player game, and put them available on the table. You can recruit a mercenary for 3 of each of the resources, and then you have that mercenary that you can use, and these mercenaries are going to level up like your normal heroes do. If a mercenary dies for any reason, or you can even fire it to get a new mercenary, its card goes back, and then another player, or even you yourself, can hire it again in the future. So mercenaries are very useful. You can only have 1 in play at any time. Mercenaries are going to have stats, and the stats on the different cards are going to be different per mercenary, and they're going to tell you whether they can board vessels or whether they cannot go onto vessels. And then there's special abilities. So we'll start here looking at the Warlord card. He attracts serfs and warriors to come, and he gets a +2, making him a 6 attack, which is pretty cool. And he can ride vessels. So he's a decent, just a guy who comes out and leads your troops. The Minotaur is a kind of quick, fast one. He can kill an enemy serf or warrior if he's in the same region, but he can also move to join the battle from anywhere on the table. So that's kind of very useful. And again, he can board vessels. He's fast, a 3/3/3, very handy. The Hill Giant is probably the most powerful of all the mercenaries because, he starts out with a 5, 7 against vessels, then he becomes 8 against towers, and 10 against capital cities. You want to take someone's capital city out, this is the guy to hire. Very straightforward. Fortunately, he can't hire a thing, and he's very slow, but I like him nonetheless. The Tree Ant here, basically, first of all, the fact that he's next to all forest regions is really cool, and then he can release serfs from your action bar and get resources for that. I actually think his level 1 ability is kind of the neatest one. Then we have the Harvester, this guy in this weird vehicle here, and so he gets extra resources. He's going around his harvesting thing, obviously, and as he moves, you're going to get resources, and then you get resources. You can pay those resources to get attack in battle. But he's not really for battle, he's more for moving around and getting your resources. And the Demon Lord, who you think would be the strongest, but really isn't. He's fast, you can fly him. He gets 4, and enemies can't use combat spells. Now that's actually a pretty neat thing to have. And when he dies, your resources, your green goes up to 10, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I like the Demon Lord as much as the others. My favorite, honestly, is just the Hill Giant. I just like that straightforward, huge attack, even though they're very slow. Anyway, the Mercenaries, that's what they do. I really like these. I'll always play with them. Yeah, it takes up a little bit more table space, I guess, to have the mercenary cards there. But right now, with these 6 mercenaries, 7 there's a Nomad's mini expansion, which has a 7th one. But let's say you just have these 6. If you're playing a 4-player game, you're going to see 4 of the 6 every time. If you just buy the 1 expansion pack. And honestly, if I was just going to get one, obviously you get the one with the 4 heroes. The second one isn't really going to work by itself because it's not enough heroes for any game. A 2-player game needs 3 of them. So you might as well get this one first, and then maybe the second one. Even the second one is good, but I like those heroes, but I like the ones in the first one better. But the fact is you're going to see these heroes over and over again. They're easy to remember how much they cost, 333. You have them out there, they do something cool. Everyone can get one, right? Because you can only have one at a time. So if you're playing with 4, oh man, I wanted a mercenary. Well, you can get one. You just might not get the exact one you wanted. They add some more flavor to the game. They add some more variety to the game. It's really neat. Do you have to play with these to have a great time playing the game? No, but they're ones that I will always play with, really. So that's the Mercenary Packs for Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea. I'm Tom Vasel. See you next time. Dice Tower Judgment approved!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.